You just say your fucking recommendations are corn dogs and funnel cakes.
Yeah, that's totally true. You can absolutely.
In a clinch, you always go for carny food. That will pull you out.
All right, so I'm connecting.
How come I'm not seeing you? Like, there's no you, or you just go.
Because we're connecting right now, and we're about to stream, right? So it is 8:30. So
it is 8:30.
So
the time is now.
Let's go live. It looks like we are live on all the networks. Let me pull you up here.
The networks are a go. You are cued into adventure.
Are you ready? You ready?
I am.
Let's do it. Open scroll.
The opening scroll is upon us. Very Dad Ideas is a live streaming show with two dads. An actor, like, who sort of does stuff, and an animator who put the kids to bed, get permission from their wives to dick around on their expensive computers, usually on Tuesday nights. Tonight, it's Sunday night, throwing everybody off, including just us. They have been known to say things like, doo-doo, caca, number one or number two. Social.
Well, you got really, really dirty there, Darren. I mean, you just
I'm glad that you faded me out completely, because I went off. Maybe I should be struck by a transformer. I don't know.
That's totally possible. You want to open the show with it? Is that what, or should we save it?
I feel like no, I probably shouldn't. But a good tease in the beginning. Ladies and gentlemen, you've just gone live at the Very Dad Ideas broadcast. Normally on Tuesday nights. Tonight,
but a special Sunday night edition.
Why is that now? Why are we doing it on a Sunday?
Well, if you're one of my work people, if I work with you, it's because I'm sick. I feel really, really bad.
You look bad.
I know, I look terrible. But if you don't work with me, I'm going to San Francisco this week for the Game Developers Conference, which is going to be on Tuesday. How about that? But tonight we have a very special Sunday night episode of Very Dad Ideas.
We do. Very special. Very special.
We're going to be going into evil dads. So,
that's right. And not just any kind of. I mean, in the style of March Madness, in the style of a tournament, there can be only one.
There can only be one. So if you go to Facebook, Very Dad Ideas, I've just posted our tournament brackets.
That's right.
You can fill it out. Welcome, Lisa Miller. And it looks like our chat is working tonight, which was
our chat is up and running. That's excellent.
So
you're the only one on chat. I still am not on OBS, so I still can't. I'm not.
Well, I mean, So the Evil Dad tournament tonight. So how's this going to work? There are 4 brackets. In fact, let me see if I can pull up our
schematic.
Our main screen schematic here. So main screen.
There it is.
There it is. Okay, so yes. So this is our bracket. So we've decided that, and Darren, you were the one who said this, Darth Vader is really the ultimate evil dad that we should be measuring all dads against.
Especially if this show is hosted by me and you, then that's the one. That's the one. That's the Golden Vader. That's the Golden Vader.
That's the prize, right? So we've decided that we're going to bring in a number of evil dads in comics, in screen, which is television and movies, and then literature, and then in real life, we're going to have evil and dad. So it's got to be the cross section measured by Darth Vader. Maybe not the most powerful, but like the most evil sort of, and dad wise, right?
I mean, here to this day, I feel like he was a real guy in a real costume, and he actually, when he was on screen, he scared you.
Right.
I think that's that intangible something. Like some of the things that are digitally made are very good looking, but they're not scary. Right. Vader is still scary today, is my contention. So that's the yardstick. That's what we're measuring them all against, and that's the prize.
Great.
Well, but it's not going to be an easy road for any one of these characters.
Right. So we're going to start in our tournament in just a second. But before we get there, Darren, you said that you had a Tales from the Dad side.
I have a Tales from the Dad side. It's just an eerie thing.
All right. Let's go ahead and do that then. So here we go. Tales from the Dad side.
You want it.
You notice I put him in your lower corner too.
Yeah, he's right there. How did I earn a prime and Mark Hamill's up here? He's watching.
Yeah.
Pretty soon I will collect them all. My tales from the dad side is this. I was just noticing today, and this is just, that the reasons why my parents turned into the people that they were is largely my fault. Like, they were fine probably way before they had me, but then when they had me, just like the amount of like compounded no sleep and just like all of the things that that you have to do for your kid in a day, that's the reason why I made them that way. And so like this kid and these kids that I have, the 5 and the baby, it's nuts, because it's just like I'm becoming like one of those parents who like just runs around all the time, and they will eventually be like, how come you're like that? And I'll be like what?
Yeah, so my wife is saying she's becoming her father, and I think we're all becoming. It's just like,
yeah.
Yeah, I was just telling you before we started that I don't understand how I'm so tired more on the weekends than when I work.
That's exactly right. The weekends are actually way more tiring because you're going all the time.
Yeah.
It's a race to get them to bed. Like this at 8:30, I'm sure it was this couldn't have been easy for you either. I mean, just to pull this off.
Yeah, but we got an hour earlier at least, right? I mean, at least we get a little bit of that on a Sunday night. So
it's true. It's true.
Okay, so great. Let's start with our Evil Dad tournament, and I'm gonna call up our first. Let's make sure
this is very exciting.
This very exciting. Okay, so let's lay some ground rules first.
All right, ground rules.
Okay, so Vader is our guide, is our measuring stick of who is the most evil dad.
Right.
We decided that a number of things. Trump and Putin are off because they were so.
We're just going to omit them because it's just not.
It's just so depressing that we don't even really want to deal with that. So,
I'm drinking on it. I mean, I have whiskey over here too. So yeah.
Yeah, maybe we'll update. Maybe we'll just do an evil dad Trump episode.
That's a whole other. That's a. Yeah.
So we both when we both decided to do this topic of evil dads, we both on our own accord came to Jack. What's his name?
Jack. In the movie
from The Shining.
Jack Torrance. Yeah, from The Shining.
So we decided that all of them are off limits. So
all of them are off.
All of them are off. So
only one of them had to die by freezing out in a maze.
That's right. We should have got the I should have the picture of him freezing on there.
I know. Right? Just put him in between Trump and Putin.
Okay, so let's start it off. We're going to start with the first category. The first bracket in our brackets is the evil comic book dads. Right?
Evil comic book dads. And now, when you give us what origin, like either Marvel or DC, because that's all we mainstream dads are reading, really.
Yeah, I mean, like either
and like kind of give us a little flavor of what their powers or whatever are, So
yeah, okay. I mean, like so maybe a little bit. So Darren, why don't you kick it off with your
all
first
right? I'm going to
choice.
kick it off. I got I have Avengers movies coming out. I got the Mad Titan Thanos as my first dad.
Yeah, well, that's very very topical with the new trailer that has just come out, and
he is a Purpillian dude wearing some yellow. They've put the Infinity Gauntlet in there, but all of these things aside, the Mad God Titan, what he does, he'll wipe out an entire race and keep one or two of the, I don't know, whichever ones he fancies, and then just keep them and adopt them, and then do terrible things to them, like in the case of Nebula in the movies.
Right.
He adopted her after he wiped out her entire race, right. and just like put a bunch of like metal and stuff in her and made her like cyborg ninja warrior.
So he's a really bad dad.
So he's a bad dad. He's a bad dad.
Yeah. So he's just like straight up evil and bad dad across the board.
And he's on a level where he could fight like Odin or Galactus kind of
right.
Guy.
So very 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 powerful. So so my choice, who he's squaring off on, is my choose for comic book dad, which is Ra's al Ghul, which is
that how you say his name?
I think it is, right? That's a Ra's al Ghul.
I honestly, as a Rasas Ghul, Rasas Ghul,
Russ
Yeah,
Osgood.
Aussie Outback Steaks at House School. Like,
Right,
just,
right.
I
So
never forget it.
this is Batman's villain, and he's the father of Batman's girlfriend, right? Like, didn't he like hook up with his
Right.
daughter? But he
Right.
actually was like a pretty good dad, I think. Like, he was evil, but he was like a pretty good dad. So that's sort of why I was like choosing. For a while, I was thinking about the Green Goblin, but I ultimately went with Ra's al Ghul. So
Well, he has the Lazarus pit, so he can bring people back to life. So he's sort of like the ultimate dad. He can just like
yeah, if you screw up, who
his
cares?
slumped
Just
over
bring
corpse and toss it into a pool and bring you back.
we'll
you
bring
know?
you back, right?
Yeah, bring you back around.
So that's our comic book. So our next topic is evil dads from literature.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm glad that you did Thanos because it kind of justifies my dad a little bit. But what is your evil literature dad?
My evil literature dad is Tywin Lannister.
Oh, great! But I put the little
there he is in the show. Both
people
of them
will-
are great. It's
people will recognize the show guy, right? But
absolutely. They differ a little bit. The one guy's super bald, but he's got the chops, and then
Right.
the other one's just a fantastic actor. He's amazing.
right. So what was
Tywin
it?
Lannister, like this is a quote of Tywin Lannister.
All right.
No man is free. Only children and fools think otherwise. Seems sort of dadly, right? It seems
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
You know, it has its sort of like, double-edged sword to it that a lot of dad vices around. But I mean, this guy, he put down like Thanos took down a couple of different races and came up with Gamora and Nebula. He just killed like 2 whole houses.
Yeah.
Decimated them.
Yeah.
And then from that, like musicians in this realm that JRTT told the guy Martin, with the guy with all of the consonant,
The one with the captain's hat, who wears the captain's
H.R.R.
hat.
Martin with the captain's hat. This genius book, like the Reigns of Castamere, right? The sort of one of the most infamous episodes on the TV show.
Right.
They made this song about what he did to these 2 houses. He's a bad guy. He's a very bad dad.
Yeah,
So
and he
Tywin
uses
Lannister is my pick.
his dadness also to like influence.
He lures you in, and then he makes
Hey.
you wipe out a whole.
Welcome, Nuff Cgene. We're talking about evil dads.
Yeah, we're talking about evil dads.
So my choice for a literature evil dad is actually Dr. Victor Frankenstein, the original. So I know he's not technically a dad, but like he like created the Frankenstein monster. I thought that was sort of dad-like. And I put Gene Wilder in there as well because I think that's the best representation of the Frankenstein. So
Frankenstein.
So if Thanos can like adopt kids and still be a dad, I think that you can make your own children and still be a dad. So
Absolutely.
I thought,
and Thanos can adopt his own kids. Absolutely, yeah. No,
Right.
This guy can make his own children.
so it's Lannister and Frankenstein are our literature dads.
That's a good match.
That's going to be a good. I can't wait for the tournament coming up.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
on-screen dads.
So
is
on screen. Yeah.
Is
here
our
we go.
next is like okay. So what do you got? Oh, we decided this guy is out. So we've put him
Yeah,
off to the side.
we can't have Jack Torrance
Because
he's
we both-
brilliant. Both of us thought about him almost instantly. We just said to do this, but yeah, we can't have him. We can't.
Regard. Okay, nice. I'm sorry. I just stole your thunder, Darren.
Oh no, I saw that the chat was up. Yes, regard.
What is
regard
your-
away, my friend. I went with Bill from Kill Bill.
Yeah,
and we
which
got
I
a
think
Han
is a-
Solo shot of him. Don't
Which
we?
is
Yeah,
a
there we go.
really great choice. So why
He seriously
Bill?
could have been old Han Solo in that shot. Why Bill from Kill Bill?
That's right. Why?
Well, okay, so first of all, he's got like a great corp, right? He's got a great family, and it is the founder. He's the leader of the Deadly Viper Assassination Squad,
Yeah.
right? And he has all of these people that sort of, they work in a family and they do a thing together. That's, it's based on a Marvel comic actually. The Assassination Squad is sort of a C-list thing that was around in the 80s.
Yeah.
And it made its way into this movie. And
Hey.
yes, it was like a family of assassins.
Welcome.
Hey,
Yeah.
thank you for jumping in. And then he kills. Well, I mean, like right at the beginning of the first movie is probably the scariest bit in the movie to me in the entire 2 movies.
Yeah.
she's just sitting there in fear, and like it's just him and that creepy voiceover, and then boom.
So is his dadness like part of his badassness at all, or is it just kind of like he's a badass who just happens...
Well, I mean, that's some serious discipline that he's, I mean, right? Discipline and the beginning of that movie.
Yeah.
Shoots his, you know, and then takes, I guess, the kid out of her belly.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was pretty evil. That was pretty.
Yeah,
evil.
that's pretty evil, right? I mean,
Yeah.
like that's yeah. And then sets her down this path. But I mean, that's his wife or whatever. But the kid, he then just raises like it's no big deal for a bunch of years.
Exactly. All right. Well, my on-screen, I think is a toe-to-toe contender is Walter White.
Oh my God! Yeah,
I feel like if you want to talk an evil on-screen dad, I mean, this guy is King Kong.
Well played, sir.
I feel like this is a really good one. Hey, Black Acrohog. I'm gonna have to get really good at like doing handles, right? I can't pronounce these handles that come through. So we've got Bill from Kill Bill, and we've got Walter White. So our last bracket is evil real life dads.
Real life, and then so we also with that caveat that
it's not Trump or Putin.
It's not Trump and it's not Putin.
So what do you got here, Darren?
I have Kim Jong Il.
Of course
I have Kim Jong Il.
Right. I mean,
and I think you get an idea from this guy was by making Kim
Jong Un
be that guy.
Right.
I mean, all you really need the short stick to measure Kim Jong Il by is just look at what's going on right now. Just like look at that whole thing. Like, so but you know, a couple things on he took sort of power in '94. Kim Il Sung had North Korea's back from the Korean War forever, and then he passed away, passed it on to this one of his sons. Yeah, and he had it from '94 to 2011, and then
Matt Damon.
Was it not just Ronry and just all of the ways that they were messing with Kim Jong Il in the thousands? But yeah, so he passed away, and then Kim Jong Un is the guy we have now. So
just to show how
really
truly,
having to talk about the atrocities that he's committed in the
just to show you how truly evil that guy is. His son has passed the buck just to be, you know, has embraced the evil of his father. So my choice to go toe to toe is kind of an odd choice. I took Zuck because. He is a father, but like
he's watching over this whole thing.
I think 100 years from now, when the world is like blowing up, we're gonna know that Facebook was the reason that it all happened. So.
Out of that thumb that's over there in Palo Alto, there'll be like
just
a little
giant thumb
shoot
just
up
like...
out of the thumb, and he'll yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. So, all right, we have our players.
We have our players.
The arena is set.
The arena is set. So we're gonna take a quick break. So in lieu of our live draw tonight, we're going to come back and we're gonna fill out our tournament. We're gonna have all of these characters fight against each other. And
anybody here wants to say who they want, we're counting. So
yeah. So we'll take a quick break. We're gonna listen to some Jen Remington music, and we will be right back. Jen
Remington, here we go.
All right.
people in there, weren't there?
Yeah. So we had some people. So welcome back. That was Jen Remington. That was her track. It was Raining in Reykjavik. Jen does some music for us for a break. She also does all the intros and various things. So and you can find all about her at HeyDog, HeyDogg with the two
Double
G's,
G. Yeah.
.com. So all right, Darren. So let's go into our main screen here. Where we
All right, so we're in.
Okay, we are in our brackets. So let's start with our comics. Let's fill this in. So your first one was Thanos, right?
Big Tijanos, I believe is his
Right.
pronunciation.
And I did, what was it?
You did Raz. See, I don't know how you're gonna write all. See, then there's like an apostrophe.
Razal
Razagul.
Okay, so this is going to be a tough one. So let's fill in screen two. This is yours was Bill.
Yeah.
And mine was Walter White.
Walter.
Yep. And in books, yours was
Tyrion or Tywin Lannister. Just
Lannister.
Yeah.
And mine was Frankenstein.
Frankenstein. Yeah, this is good.
And then in life, yours was Ill, and and mine was Zuck. All right, so let's do this. Thanos versus Ra's al Ghul.
I feel like we need to somehow just I think Thanos has right now with the possibility of another movie deal, and I think we should probably
go with him.
That he doesn't. He doesn't have time for this shit, and we should probably put Raz in this because otherwise we've got a mad Titan running around in the rest of this fight, and he doesn't need to win, right? He's Thanos.
So you're saying that Raz should go ahead on this one?
I'm saying Raz should go ahead. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, he was my choice. Thanos is pretty damn powerful, but yeah, let's do it. Let's say Raz is the.
Let's say that Thanos is like the T.J. Miller of this Silicon Valley. He's just he just doesn't want to do the job, and he's done.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, what should we do? Should we books next? What do you think?
Let's. Okay. Man, those are great. I just really like the Lannister guy. Like Frankenstein's cool, but I feel like Lannister...
I think Lannister actually, not only is he evil, he's kind of like the ultimate dad, right?
Yeah.
He's so dad that everybody in his family has followed his thing and whatever. So I mean, I think also Lannisters never always pay their debts. Is that how it goes or whatever?
Yeah, Lannister always pays his debts. Everybody loves that. Everybody loves to have their debt paid.
So let's say Lannister wins in the book.
Let's say Lannister wins. So it's
Okay, so let's then do screen here. Kill Bill.
I just feel like this is going to be Walter White. Because in the very end, Walter goes back to save Jesse.
Well, Jolie Blenny is also giving us regard. Thank you very much. I don't know. What is this regard thing? Is that are you leaving us some?
I don't know what that means.
You know what that might be? That's Periscope. That might be hearts. I have no idea.
Oh.
But let's say, I think Walter White. I mean, the guy is just.
I feel like it has to be Walter White.
Such a badass.
Yeah.
Right?
In the end, he devises a machine gun trap, and goes and gets Jesse. Yeah. And he screws everything else up.
Okay, it's not hard.
It's not hard.
It's not hard. No one loves us that much.
No.
Okay, so all right. So Raz, Lannister, White, and then what is this this last one? Okay, so Kim Jong-il versus Mark Zuckerberg, which is kind of what I would like to see in a cage match. Anyways,
I would like, I mean, you would need Frankenstein to bring Il-sung back. But...
So what do you think? It's either
Jong-il. Shit, it's Jong-il. It's not Il-sung. Yeah.
It's either a North Korean dictator or
Mark Zuckerberg
or the founder and CEO of Facebook. Lisa seems to think that Zuck is the one that goes with. So we have a vote. We have a vote for Zuck. If anybody else
there's one vote. That's the tipping vote. If no one else.
Anybody else? Anybody else?
Nobody else is watching. Boom. All right.
Okay.
What just happened?
So Zuck is what we. Okay.
Comes out on top.
So okay. Darren, now we have it. Now that Ra's al Ghul versus Walter White versus Tyrion Lannister versus Mark Zuckerberg.
Oh.
Okay. So Ra's al Ghul versus Walter White. Let's start with that guy.
Okay, Ra's al Ghul versus Walter White.
What do you think? I mean, I don't know.
I mean,
man.
my gut's going Walter White.
I think Walter White has to go with that again.
I feel like Walter White takes this.
Yeah, Walter
He,
White.
he takes this bracket. He beats Ra's al Ghul. Ra's al Ghul is going to go to,
Yeah.
you know, Lazarus Pit, and now Walter White has a Lazarus Pit.
So Lisa's saying it's going to be Lannister White for the final. I mean, we'll have to see. So,
Oh my God, I actually really want to see Tywin Lannister versus Walter White, because Walter White versus Mark Zuckerberg's not going to be satisfying.
not at all. Not at all.
Zuckerberg lacks the field prowess that a Lannister has. A Lannister can ride a horse and swing a sword and shoot a crossbow and kick some ass.
Right.
Walter White. Yeah, I think we have it, dude.
So is it? So was it? Is it Tyrion? No, Tyrion was Tywin.
Tyrion is fucking
Tywin.
or is the one who shoots him with the crossbow.
Right. So
Tyrion shoots him. Yeah.
So it's Tywin Lannister and Walter White are the fights. So I think that's maybe we should do we have some time? Maybe we should.
Oh my God, this is amazing. Can we just get a little draw in?
I think we might. I think we should try to get a draw in for sure. So let me pull up one more. Yeah, Heisenberg. Lisa says Heisenberg.
Yeah, I know, right? Don't you want Heisenberg?
So let's do this. How would I don't know. He's got kind of like
Yeah, well, like you got Tywin on a horse with a sword, and you got Walter White with a car behind him that has an M60 on a swivel mount behind him, you know, and he's got like a pistol.
But he doesn't he like use science or something to
shit, yeah, dude, he's feeding him, he's put like resin or that what was it, ricin powder. He's always putting ricin powder and shit. Like he put it in
powder, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the Lannister
he can't have hair, dude.
Oh, you're right. He doesn't have hair.
You gotta take his hair off. Give him big fat chops.
That's true. Yeah. Tyrion Lannister has. He went bald. Who was the actor? Wasn't that guy from Alien?
And he was also from The Golden Child, man.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like the.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll put a big sword here.
Yeah, he's got the shit, and you know, like he would be a guy to be in a fight, but
and we'll give him like a purse too, because he has to always pay his debts, right?
Right. He's looking to pay his debts, and also kick the shit out of Walter White.
Right.
Right.
Okay. So let's start putting Walter White down here, right? I mean.
Yeah, there you go. You got the hat. You gotta throw a car behind the machine gun on it to really sell it. I need. There's some way to have that.
Yeah, like a car bomb.
No, but I remember at the end, he puts an M60 in the trunk of his car.
Oh yeah.
Puts it on a swivel mount and like sort of dusts that room and breaks Jesse out. Like it's like the best dad thing that that an anti-hero could pull off. Wait, I got a little chat. There's a chat there. Also, don't that. Oh yeah, no, they do have access to that like kick-ass magic.
Well, that was what's her name?
Point.
What was her name? Cersei. Didn't she blow up the thing?
Oh yeah, is it the end of the second season or the end of the third season?
I mean, Tywin got crossbowed way early.
He got crossbowed in the gut at the end of 3. I think that was at the end of the 3rd season.
Yeah.
Maybe the 4th.
Yeah. So I think. Yeah, I guess it was her. I mean, I guess that's all fine, right? That they're all Lannisters.
Yeah, he's like throwing like little ricin pellets at him.
Right.
Yeah, or I don't know. He's set some sort of explosive under the horse because that's how he took out.
We could put all the Lannisters back here, and then we can put Jesse over here, right?
Dude, will you put the car with the machine gun?
I'm sorry, Darren.
Hell.
I'm sorry.
It doesn't have to be big. It can be off there in the distance. It's a little machine gun car, man.
Would you stop screwing around and put the card.
Why won't you give me
put up with your shit for like the last 20 minutes?
You want to do a Sunday night show, and all I ask is a car with an M60. There it is. So happy now.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, dude. So this would be a good fight. This would be a good fight. Just Walter White. He's got his poisons, his bombs.
Yeah. Walter White versus Jesse. Or
You just made like a smoking car. You just like you made a car fire. There's no gun.
All right. Wow.
You were crushing me.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. So sorry. So sorry.
I never get a chance to give like a world-class quality animator just like a bunch of shit. I never get a chance to. Thank you. Oh my god, so much better.
All right. Yeah.
All right, there it is. There it is, folks. There's the mashup. I mean, like, what is that? Did he do that in like 2.5 minutes?
Yeah. Well,
just punched you up. The mashup of a lifetime.
So we'll say Lannister
versus Heisenberg.
Versus Heisenberg. Yes.
I feel like that would be that would be like a high school band that would get formed right now.
Actually, so this is what's it called? Westeros is over here, and I guess
New Mexico,
New Mexico.
It's almost the exact same.
It's almost the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Maybe just mountains back here.
Well, yeah, Lisa wanted Jesse. You never even get Jesse.
Oh well, I'll put him over here. Put him in like a hoodie.
As long as you do not touch the machine gun.
No,
car.
I won't. I'll put Jesse over here. Yeah. And he says, "Yo."
Yeah. Sup, bitches.
Yo. Bitch.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah, just
guy,
like a pack of Funyuns. Giving.
He just made his entire acting career of going, "Yo, bitch."
It was so good though. It was.
All right, excellent. All right, so
Dude.
what do you say we sign this off? VDI.
This is VDI. The Sunday episode.
The Sunday episode. Sunday. Yeah. Excellent. So we don't really know who's going to win this one here, though.
No, it's not important.
Darren.
I don't think it's important. I think this is a good fight. I think is the best thing.
That's the important thing, right? So
yeah. Let's
go back to our two up here. Okay, so that was our live draw and our tournament.
There you go.
Your brackets are on. If you go to Facebook, Very Dad Ideas, you can get your own brackets and fill out your own Very Dad Ideas.
Send it in.
Send it in.
Nothing from us but ridicule.
Yeah. So what do you think? We should come back and do one more segment. Should we do recommendations or no? I mean.
Yeah, I think we should. Yeah, let's take a little break and we'll come back. A couple of recommendations.
Recommendations.
Yeah.
But before
let's do them themed. Let's do them like with what time you'll have in between like sets at Moscone Center, like in downtown San Francisco. What can you look forward to doing?
Okay, little escapes.
Yeah.
But before
what can you possibly pull off? Yeah.
Before we go out, Darren, there is one extra little bit that we've added to the show that I'd like to present to you. Are you ready for?
Are you a little angry with me for putting about that machine gun earlier? What the? What? No, it's not possible. How did you find me here?
All right, we're gonna take a little break. We're all gonna resuscitate Darren, maybe with some Ra's al Ghul magic. You're gonna listen to some Jen Remington.
Maybe a little more Ra's al Ghul magic. We'll see you in just a moment, folks.
Okay, be right back. back up. Okay, welcome back. That was Run Faster with Jen Remington does our music.
She's over there at HeyDog.com. Hey Dog with 2 G's.
With 2 G's. So before we go into anything, who was our winner tonight? It was Walter White. And versus Lannister.
Tywin Lannister.
Right. Yeah. So let's call up Vader to reward both of them for their golden reward. The Golden Vader. Yep. So you guys.
He does not often make it. I'm gonna with this because this is really about you, Darth.
Right. So our Evil Dead. This is our awards ceremony, and well, I've got us all here. Let's do some business real quick, Darren. You can follow us.
Screen for you. Yeah.
We can follow us all at Very Dad Ideas. You can find all of these shows, all of our archives, all of our information at verydadideas.com. The guy over there is Darren Jennings. You can find him at darrenjennings.net.
I only have net. I couldn't afford .com.
No, that's fine. It works. Has a .com.
Yeah.
And all of our music is done by the very talented Jen Remington. You can find her at heydog.com. The archive,
easily the best part of this show.
The archive of the show is at YouTube. You can go to YouTube. I've put all of the episodes there where you can watch. You can binge watch them all. And if you're into the podcast, you can go to Very Dad Ideas at buzzsprout.com where we have all the podcasts. Eventually, that will be on iTunes and Stitcher. You can watch us live. We usually go live Tuesday nights. This is a special
Tuesday nights,
Sunday night where we do. And right now we're going on Facebook. It's actually YouTube, not Tube. Twitter.
Yeah, there's more to Tube than it's just the YouTube.
Periscope, also on Twitch. And the show itself was produced with a variety of Adobe products. OBS Studio. We use Restream.io to hit the networks. Voice Meter Banana is our audio. And then Discord is what we use for chat, and we'll be building our community there. So there you go. There is our points of business. So Darren,
all of that is such like very legit sounding.
I know. It sounded like I was important there for a second.
Sounds grown up. Yeah.
So Darren, now our last bit of our show, we usually do our recommendations,
yeah.
But we'll do a special recommendations as I'm going up to San Francisco.
For the Game Developers Conference for 2 days. And he's not going to have like a ton of time in between the things that he's doing here.
Not a lot of time. So,
what do you get, like a 45-minute here, a 30-minute there kind of a thing, or less than that?
Yeah, I mean, or maybe I'll have tons of time. You know, who knows if I'll just be wandering around aimlessly San Francisco. But so what do you got in terms of any recommendations for downtown San Francisco, Darren?
I would say, given the amount of time that you're not going to get very far, so you're going to have to pull off either the Westfield shopping area because there's beers and like sort of a bar up on the 3rd or 4th floor, or you're going to have to try to figure out if there are any bars left on market. I know there are.
What about Zeitgeist? Isn't Zeitgeist still there?
Yeah, Zeitgeist is sort of in the Mission. If you're going, isn't this in the Moscone Center?
Yeah, it is. But I mean, if you take Market all the way down, you can take Market all the way down, and like you can. You're gonna
be cabin or something because that's enough of a walk that the walk will do you in.
I can't just like jump on the BART, you know.
Can do that. Yeah, you can do that. Time that up right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me if you do make it to the Zeitgeist. Yeah, because I haven't been there in years.
Oh yeah, that used to be a stomping ground of ours. So
and it's right off BART.
What about any other downtown recommendations you can think of? I got one.
So right there, there used to be this like terrible sports bar that used to be there that at least was right there and you could get a beer, but that's not there anymore. But there are. Like the sushi place, the Senraku that's in the Metreon, you can get a beer and a little bite there, and it's a little pricey, but it's good.
Okay. You know what? There used to be a great theater there called the American Conservatory Theater.
AC Tizzle? Yeah, man, if you can make it to Gary and May, tell them that I sent you. I'm pretty sure that they will just give you a beer because you know my name. I'm that good there.
That's right. That's right. I mean, you served many a beer to me.
I served many a beer. Yeah, that was a place that really could have benefited from having kegs. All of their beers were in bottles.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Well, great. Yeah, this is great. So this was our very evil tournament.
This is our Sunday show.
This is our Sunday show.
This is a Sunday morning with Charles Kuralt. At night, and Charles Kuralt's been dead for a long time.
Yeah, and it was I thought it was pretty good. The Evil Dad tournament. I think let's wrap it up with
I'm very happy with what.
Yeah. I think it worked out great. So last week we had David Sirotkin as our guest. I think we might be talking about doing other guests, but we'll be doing this kind of thing in general, kind of shooting around. Actually, I have one more bit before we leave, Darren. I was checking the analytics on YouTube now that we're having a few people watch it. You know, a couple dozen people are watching episodes and stuff.
Minutes at a time. They're watching entire minutes.
Yes. That's so right. I've discovered the people mostly watch the things that have like the grappling titles, like the Guns episode we did, or the North Korea episode we did, or whatever. They're watching that. Mm-hmm. More people are watching. Less people are watching the Filmation or the kind of geeky stuff, but less people are watching for longer periods of time. And also our percentages are growing up too, so people are watching more and more of the show. So when they first started watching the show, it was like 1% or 2% of the show, and now people are watching up to 18% of our episodes. Well, so
boom, you are welcome, America. This clearly is what you were after, and we're just glad you stuck around because you are now starting to reap the reward.
And Lisa Miller is watching 100%.
Lisa is like just off to your right, and if we didn't have her, this whole thing would fall apart. So this is a good thing.
And
she's gonna spell you for 2 days while you're in San Francisco.
I also want to.
And she's gonna watch your show. That is a good wife.
I know, that is a good wife. So our newest site is also up. All of our episodes can be found here on our brand new Very Dad Ideas website. You can go to each of the episodes and you can find them on YouTube. You can find the live draws from every episode, also our podcasts. And then, of course, if you'd like to binge watch on YouTube, you can get there directly. So yeah, I mean, we've already 100 views. So I mean, hey, we're starting to gain some steam. Very cool.
I gotta go plug in my Tesla. It is out of a charge, and I mean, you know, you make a lot of money very fast in this game, my friend. And you got to make sure that it doesn't, you don't go nuts. So,
So we will be back next week, not on Sunday, but that Tuesday. We'll be back in our regular slot, and we'll be going
Tuesdays, 9:30, where you, the people who are watching 18% of the show, come to see that 18%. You're going to be there.
And what a great 18% it is, except for my wife who watches 100%.
Say go 19%. Let's go 19% this week.
So what do you think, Darren? We should just blow you up one last time before we.
No, don't do it.
Yeah,
no,
of course.
Why would you? Please no. Oh, it's still happening.
All right, that's our show. Join us a week from Tuesday. We'll see you next time. All right, bye-bye.
That was horrible.
Oh, crap. Here we go.
All right.